One of the problems of setting up a smart home is that everything seems rather confusing. What devices work with which setup, how to choose the right system, or what other things to buy exactly. These are very common questions that people frequently ask. So with the start of 2023, I'm planning to do a series of videos to share with everyone my go-to strategy guide in planning a smart home this year. I'll share which company and exactly which product I recommend to get for all the common devices that you will find inside a smart home. So what products to buy heavily depends on the smart home ecosystems that you're going with. That's why I decided to cover the different smart home platforms into separate videos, and today's video will be focusing on the Apple HomeKit. I'll be considering things like whether the company has any future plans with Matter, especially with the recent CES events at Vegas, like any new innovations or products coming up. Most importantly will be integrations and availability in Singapore, where I'm based. Hey, what's up? Alex here. For those that are new to my channel, I like to make home tech or desk setup related types of videos, doing comparison test reviews, room makeover, and sharing a buyer's guide like this video in helping you to make a purchase decision. If you're into this type of content, hit the subscribe button right now. Okay, first of all, I'll briefly run through what are the various device types that you will install in a smart home. We have switches, lighting, sensors and buttons, power plugs, IRRF, and window. So all these devices, I will consider them to be under the core smart home devices. The main bulk of automations happening in the house revolves a lot around them. So it's important for them to be able to communicate with each other easily. So for example, if the state of this device changes, then what happens to that device? The next list of device types, I will consider them to be optional whether they have integrations with the platform. It's nice to have certain features and be able to do certain automations, but I wouldn't say that it's super critical. Under home entertainment, we have speakers and TV. Ideally, you will want them to link to your voice assistant of your choice, whether it's Siri, Google, Alexa, or Bixby. Under security devices, we have doorbells, locks, and security cameras. Lastly, a home Wi-Fi mesh system that connects your entire smart home together. Alright, Apple HomeKit. It is a simple yet powerful smart home platform that has a lot of emphasis on security and privacy, predominantly used in US and also in China, as Apple products are very popular there. Compare them to Southeast Asia, over here the Apple craze is not that strong. The selling point for HomeKit is you have local control of the devices and automation, ease of use in terms of adding new accessories, and really a very well-designed app. You are also able to do advanced stuff like custom integrations with HomeBridge and hooks. Some of the common negative points for HomeKit is it's only available for iPhone users, which is really very unfortunate. It is also considered to have the smallest range of devices for you to choose from that works with HomeKit, but not necessarily a bad thing actually. If you and your family members are all using the iPhone, I would 100% recommend you to consider using the Apple HomeKit first. So to get started with HomeKit, you will definitely want to get the Apple Home Hub, but you will realize that there is no such product from the Apple website because that's actually a certain Apple products that can be set as the Home Hub. Based on the latest update, Apple has removed the iPad option. Now you can use either the HomePod mini speaker or the Apple TV box. If you have to choose only one, then the HomePod mini is a more popular choice as you can make use of Siri to trigger voice commands. But note that this is not officially sold in the Singapore Apple Store, so you will need to get it from somewhere else. Just this week, Apple has announced the return of the full-size HomePod that's going to be released early Feb at $299 USD, so that's another option to consider. So here are my recommendations for the core devices. For smart switches, I would highly recommend going with Aqara switches. You can buy them from China or anywhere, it doesn't really matter as long as they can work with HomeKit. It also doesn't matter which region setting you choose in the Aqara app because it's all local automation. You have the choice to go with neutral or non-neutral. Their H1 switches are more expensive than the D1 but comes with better quality. Design and sound is also nicer in my opinion. If you're looking for switches with dimming controls and you have some extra money to spare, you can go with Lutron. They are very popular in the US. In Singapore, there are local companies selling them as well. For smart lighting, these can be your RGB bulbs, LED light strips, TV backlight, or some special lighting. There are a few options you can choose from. If you have the budget, Philips Hue and Nanoleaf, their prices are on the higher end. If you want a cheaper alternatives to these two brands, you can check out Yeelight and Eufy. Each of them kind of have their unique products of their own which you can't find elsewhere. For example, the wood elements from Nanoleaf, I really like that a lot. But note that not all of their devices support HomeKit right off the box, especially for Govi, so do check on individual products. All four of these companies have participated in CES, showcased some of their new products to be launched this year. Most importantly is their commitment to support Matter, which is very important for the smart home industry this year. For sensors and buttons, go with the ones from Aqara. They are cheap and good, battery that can last you for very long. They have a good range of products that can be used for different use cases. In terms of design, I think that's very important too, because you're going to place them all over the house. I think they can blend very well for all sorts of renovation themes. For smart plugs, you can go with the Belkin Wemo. These are based on Thread, which is definitely preferred. Okay, so quickly about smart home protocols. Each device is designed based on one. Right now we have Zigbee, Z-Wave, Thread and Matter. And my order of preference is of course number 1, Matter, that's the future standard, followed by Thread, Zigbee, then Z-Wave. There are also devices that are using Bluetooth, Wi-Fi or radio frequency, but these are not specifically developed for IoT devices. For IR or RF, unfortunately HomeKit doesn't have any products to support that at the moment, but since we are going to get the Aqara hub anyway for our other devices, might as well get the M2 hub since it comes with IR. Just that the devices remotes that you create on the Aqara app won't be seen inside HomeKit, but you're still able to pair them with the Aqara buttons and they will work just fine. If you need IR just for your air conditioner, you can go with the Sensibo Air. The product looks very good, but it's a little expensive, especially when you're most likely buying a few of them. Next, for window curtains or blinds, you can go with all Aqara products, which means the motorized curtain controller. For retrofit solution will be the Curtain E1 or the Shade E1. Except for motorized blinds, I would recommend the products from a company called SmartWings, which you most likely never heard of. I tested it using them and it actually works great. Many different types of shades to choose from, and you are also able to do some customization. Most importantly, free shipping worldwide. So here are the products I recommend for the core devices on HomeKit. Next are the optional home appliances. For smart speakers, currently we have the HomePod Mini, which comes with many different colors. I mentioned in the beginning of the video about the return of the full-size HomePod. For that, it comes with only 2 color options. The sound quality of the Apple speakers are well known to be very good. Very positive reviews as well. They don't lose to speaker brands like Sonos or Bose. So might as well get the Apple speakers. You can get Siri and also good integration with the entire Apple ecosystem. You can also get a pair to form a stereo with the Apple TV. Talking about Apple TV, definitely consider getting them as well. Your smart TV will be smarter and adjusted to support the entire Apple ecosystem. You can easily access your HomeKit devices from the TV while still playing your TV content, and also get the doorbell pop-up with live camera feed. For Smart Door Lock, of course, it's going to be from Aqara, as it also supports Apple Home Keys, easy unlock process with your iWatch or iPhone, or you can go with AO if you prefer a brand that specializes in doing door locks instead. For smart doorbells that support HomeKit Secure Video, there isn't really many choices here. Luckily, Aqara recently announced the Video Doorbell G4 that's able to do both wired and wireless setup. If not, you can also check out the Logitech Circle View, but you need to have it wired. For security cameras, I'll recommend the products from Eufy. Yes, I know about the recent case with Eufy, but still, I think their products are great and still probably the best option for HomeKit in my opinion. Lastly, for Wi-Fi mesh system, definitely consider the Linksys MX4200. Anyway, it's the only supported model. This greatly enables more security control to every individual HomeKit accessories. So for example, the Eufy camera, you're concerned about the security, right? You can set it such that it blocks away all traffic going out of your network, preventing any sort of backdoor access, not even firmware update. Okay, so here is a summarized full list of my recommendations. If you are in the US, of course you have far more options. For example, I know Eve products are super popular, but they don't have any presence in my region. So overall, my strategy for HomeKit is, as much as possible, go with everything Aqara devices. They are very wallet friendly, reliable, and still very active coming out with new products and future-proof with Matter support. If you're an iPhone user, regardless of whether you want a simple basic smart home or you want something advanced with HomeBridge, I think Apple is going to be a very strong player in the smart home space. Even though I'm not using HomeKit, I've been playing around and doing a lot of testing and research. Very impressed with how good it is. Alright, that's it from me. What do you think of my HomeKit buyer's guide? Share with me in the comments below, as I plan to do a guide for Google Home and Samsung SmartThings as well in the coming weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.